They say the best slave is the one that thinks he's free. And that's the way this is designed.
Times there's a man, he's the man for his time and place. He fits right in there. And that's the dude.
Tax slaves. Welcome to another day on the plantation of Slavelandia. How's that inflation hitting you? You know, inflation is really theft by the banks. Since 1913, this little chart right here shows you how much purchasing power they've been robbing from us for the last 110, 12 years, 9 years, whatever it's been since 1913. So now we're all paying the price of this debt bamboozle. And you see the Federal Reserve can't keep control of the 10-year yield. The inversion between when the 5-year yield pays way more than the 10-year yield. That's called an inversion, and we've been inverted for a long time. And you see the 10-year yield popping up and all. That means there's tightening in the liquidity. There's not enough debt floating around out there. You see negative interest rates basically in Europe. And you see the inflation and the Ukraine crisis, Putin supposedly turning off the gas. Well, the sanctions did that because the Nord Stream pipeline needs a pump. And that pump was made in Canada. And because of the sanctions, they couldn't ship the pump over there. So now the Nord Stream is going to be shut down, basically. So it's a war on the people. The people of Europe are going to pay this price. Here in the United States, we're going to pay the price in inflation like you've never seen before. Even the Great Depression is going to not hold a candle to this. But it's all because of the banks. The banks and the multinational corporations have bought the old government, as George Carlin says. They paid for all the judges. They bought everybody. They paid for all the congressmen. The corporation owns you. You volunteer. We volunteered to be part of the corporation, a citizen of the corporation who receives benefits, but you also have to live under their administrative law. This admiralty law, this bullshit law of the sea, instead of the common law. Most people don't understand the difference between either one of those. But because of that, because they've kept us in ignorance, because they took over the public education system. That was critical. That was key to getting it, was taking over the public education system. When they did that, generation after generation was each increasingly ignorant to what was actually going on. They say the best slave is the one that thinks he's free. And that's the way this is designed. To give you an illusion of freedom, to give you an illusion of liberty, to give you the illusion that paying taxes is your patriotic duty. that inflation is just normal. Prices rise because prices rise. I've heard that excuse over and over and over again. And there's so many examples of how the free market wants to give you a better quality at a lower price. Cars are a good example. Almost anything. Look at farming. Of course, farming's been taken over by big ag, but through the course of history, farming, all these cotton gin, those kind of things, always made it more efficient, less labor intensive, and thus cost less to the consumer. But we don't have free market. We have clusterfuck is what we have of corporatism, and the central banks are key to it, and they're going to own everything. As Klaus Schwab says, you're going to own nothing and you're going to be happy. Well, that's where we're going. We're going to a technocracy where they can track, trace, and turn you on and turn you off whenever they want to, if you're not a good little boy or girl, or whatever your pronouns are. So, until you get it through your head that the central bank, in cahoots with the government, are the thieves. They are the thieves of liberty. Until we get that through our head and focus our energy on the real root cause, you can play all this left-right politics. Trump's going to save us. Biden is great. Whatever you want to play, it doesn't matter. Until you get it through your head that the government is corrupt to the point that it needs to be done away with. You can start over with whatever the hell you want to start over with, another limited government or whatever. But until you get rid of this and pull the root, you're going to have nothing but problems. You can't fix what ain't broke. You gotta build a different machine if you're going to have one. But most people don't understand it. They're going to be stuck. They don't want to spend the time on it. We've been dumbed down to the point it doesn't matter anymore. There's a lot of people waking up. I hope it's enough. 3 to 5% can change the world. Are you going to be one of those 3 to 5%? Or are you going to stand by there and be comfortable with the change of your enslavement? I'll do anything to stay safe. That's a choice we're all going to have to make at some point. Better to make it now than make it later. The fight only gets tougher. Freedom or slavery, that's the only choice. Until next time, peace.
Times there's a man. Wow. He's the man for his time and place. He fits right in there. And that's the dude.